So this video is going to be another strategy to prevent cancer. And step one is with the brown fat activation, because that basically that secretes FGF21, which has a systemic metabolic effect. Zinc can also act as an epigenetic modulator via histone deacetylases and promoting closed chromatin at certain loci. So if chromatin is closed, that could actually reduce oncogenes that cancer cells thrive on. So even if tumors try to exploit the tryptophan depletion, which is a known immune evasion and metabolic pathway, and they can't gain the survival benefit if the oncogenes are disabled because of the chromatin being closed. And brown fat can be boosted by capsaicin from chili, also from cold exposure. So if you live in a colder climate, you actually have the advantage there. Also, step two is bromelain from pineapple, because it cleaves CD44, CD62 well. So there's two things here about bromelain, is that if there's proline intact, which can be found in like bone broth and possibly other foods, that the cleavage won't happen of CD44 and CD62L. So there will be a different effect. But if proline is not there, if it's removed, then that could lead to bromelain cleaving the CD44 and CD62L, which leads to the immune cells infiltrating the extracellular matrix, which is where the cancer cells are located, so that the immune cells can attack. Also, when the immune cells are entering, they're attacked by cytokine storms, because the cancer cells can protect themselves. So a good shield against that would be Astaxanthin from Salmon. Astaxanthin not only shields immune cells, but also weakens cancer cells by downregulating the OXPL that cancer cells use to hide the CRT, or the calreticulin, that the macrophages have to be able to see. So if the CRT is on the outside of the cell, then the macrophage can see the cancer and then engulf or phagocytosis on the cancer cell. But the CRT has to be exposed for that, so the astaxanthin can help with that. Step three is orange compounds. From the fruit oranges, because they actually help in granzyme B expression. So basically that means the immune cell attaches a perforin on the cancer cell, and then the granzyme B goes in through the perforin, and then it triggers apoptosis in the cancer cell. So it's basically targeting the killing of cancer or infected cells, because the oranges have bioactive compounds like flavonoids, vitamin C, and other polyphenols. Vitamin C is also needed to keep zinc in a bioavailable form, so that the chromatin can be closed to turn off the oncogenes, because that's what a cancer uses to thrive. Another thing that can help here is facile-mediated apoptosis. So the FAS is a death receptor on tumor cells. And then there's also the FAS-L, which is expressed on cytotoxic T cells and NK cells. So basically the FAS-L on the immune cells binds to the FAS on the cancer cell, triggering apoptosis. The tumor cells can actually might actually downregulate the FAS, and that way the immune cell can't trigger the apoptosis on the cancer cell if it's hiding the FAS. Another good one here is grape seed extract, because there is some evidence that shows that GSE can exert anti-cancer effects, and also around tunneling nanotubes, or TNT in short. So basically what TNTs are is that cancers, they literally attach to other cells with long tubes, even from a distance. and in doing so, they can attach to healthy cells, and then they call it dumping the trash. So they they literally transport like a dysfunctional mitochondria, misfolded proteins to damage healthy cells, or to even turn them cancerous. But grapeseed extract might be able to stop this, or at least mitigate it a bit, because it has polyphenols, proanthocyanidins, and it has been demonstrated in anti-cancer studies and pro-apoptotic effects in many cancer cell types. But this is in vitro, so like colon cancer, prostate cancer. Also, there are some notions that excessive zinc can lead to prostate cancer. Also, so too much zinc can close chromatin. If chromatin is closed, then the oncogenes are actually the immune system genes are turned off. So that means that the immune system is not working to fight the cancer cells. But back to grapeseed extract. It can suppress angiogenesis, which is the formation of new blood vessels that cancer cells use. There have been reviews that grapeseed extract is actually chemopreventive, with promising effects in preclinical and in vitro and in vivo studies. But I don't agree with chemotherapy, because I've heard of it can weaken the immune system. It can chemotherapy has all kinds of negative effects. So I wouldn't agree with that. So TNTs are very thin, actin-based cytoplasmic bridges that connect cells over short or long distances, enabling direct intercellular transfer of cytoplasmic contents, such as proteins, vesicles, and mitochondria. They have been documented in various tumor types. They may allow cancer cells to share mitochondria or other factors, contributing to metabolic adaptation, resistance, and survival under stress, such as hypoxia. Hypoxia is basically the lack of oxygen. So if there is iron deficiency, let's say the iron's trapped in the macrophage, then the iron, the red blood cells can't get iron. So that means that there's going to be no oxygen, and that's going to lead to hypoxia, and that's how cancer thrives on low oxygen states. In a study of glioblastoma, that tunneling nanotubes were shown to mediate transfer of tumor-derived mitochondria to neighboring non-tumor astrocytes, reprogramming them to a tumor-like metabolism, which may support tumor aggressiveness and microenvironment adaptation. So basically, that means that cancer cells use the tunneling nanotubes to change healthy cells, to train them to become tumors, and to even become aggressive towards immune cells. So basically, TNTs have been increasingly viewed as a potential contributor to cancer progression, therapy resistance, and tumor heterogeneity. Okay, so I have many more videos coming, so please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.